17 bomber with all the angles and satin surfaces on it.
Way too many sharp edges on that one for me, Kev.
Yeah, he wants to slip in and out without being noticed.
There we go.
Crazy ride.
Oh, another Riviera coming. Give me a little mood light. Just give me that first light switch. You gotta know how to play that, man.
There you go. Now we're looking at a 71 Riv.
Yeah, see? Now you're going. That's like somebody's got a nice suit on with bad shoes. You gotta help them out. Right? You know, you're only judged by 3 things in your life. Your spouse, your house,
and your car.
And your shoes. Sure.
The car is a 72. 72, I can tell it's a 72 boat tail style Riviera. The 71 had fins, louvered fins in the deck lid. The 72, they took them away. But these cars are one of those styles where you either love it or hate it. That one I love. It's been blacked out, it's got a great stance, and it's got an interesting option. This is the right arm phone holder option. It comes with 2 right arms that stick out the passenger side that hold cell phones for you as you drive.
Not to mention the optional T-top ejector seat, Kev.
Yeah, right. 455 Buick, tons of torque, endless style on that car. Love to see it.
I just wasn't expecting this out of you, sir. What's your name, bud?
Holmes.
Your name is Bud?
Yeah.
Wow, I got that right. What is this?
It's a little dude buggy.
Where can you get it?
200 cc, goes 40 miles an hour, is for air 3 level.
Nice way to get involved in the motorsports section. Can I have this one? Can I have this one?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks. That was easy. Okay.
There you go, man.
I just got a new truck.
People like you, Joe.
They do. I've donated.
The very cool Ford F1 pickup truck.
Oh, well. Oh, bud.
Sporting an EcoBoost motor. Very cool. Nice to see. What is this, copper in the bed? Polished copper. And it doesn't make any noise, but I bet it's fast. Nice truck, guys.
Once again, Ken, I'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsors for the SEMA Cruise, Rolling Big Power, Kia, Anzo Lighting, Mother's Polish, Shell, and Hot Wheels, celebrating their 50th anniversary with us right here, Ken, at the SEMA show.
Right here, man. Right here, right now, live. It's a SEMA Cruise, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming out and spending some time with us. Otherwise, it would just be Joe and I watching all these cool cars, and I'd feel guilty about that we weren't sharing. So I'm glad you decided to come out. Another Supra. This one's breathing its turbo exhaust right out the fenders, which means it's a race car. Easy.
July 4th all over again.
It is.
One of the participants in the 2018 Ultimate Adventure.
And I took my sunglasses off for safety. First mistake, never look right down the barrel of the turbo exhaust.
Or date a married woman.
Yeah, that too.
Ken, now the heavy lights are coming out. All those LED things you were talking about.
I know, we're going to see them all tonight. And right in front of that, we're talking about the Yenko cars before. Here we've got a Chevy Nova with a Yenko style stripe on it. And this one has a full cage, Pro Street style rear suspension, giant wheel tubs, giant wheels, ladder bars out the back. He's got the exhaust coming out the fenders too, but he's going to be a lot nicer and not spit at me with fire.
Or what Rick Johnson would describe as one of those skinny Novas, Kevin.
Oh yeah. Telling you, man, kind of digging the light show provided by our lifted trucks. It must be cool to be in a giant parking lot with a whole bunch of these things lined up late at night with all the lights on. But now that I think about it, that can happen at Ignited right here tonight.
Well, there's a new band that's adopted a little old school van. Look.
It's a custom Dodge van.
Got the quad exhaust sticking out the side.
Yeah, he's got like zoomy pipes out the side. So when I was younger, I had a 1979 Dodge Maxi van, full conversion. And I've kind of been maybe jonesing for another one. Very cool. Good to see the vans coming back. Hey, thank you, man. Holy airbrush work. You need to get some of those LED lights from under those trucks and shine them on the side of that van, because there's dragons and all kinds of scary stuff painted on that one.
Well, here's a cool little Merc. Looks like it did back in the day, Kev.
Yeah, don't let that one fool you, Joe. You were talking about the resto mods. This guy's sitting on a modern chassis with a modern engine, but the outside looks like this thing could have been racing in the LA River in the movie Grease. Super cool car.
We see a lot of those on the West Coast, those big full-size fat body cars. I dig one. You know, I was lucky enough to buy Fireburger's 51 Fleetline, which I still own.
You still have one?
Yep, I kept it in line. I put a 261 in there, a Saginaw 4-speed, and I'm gonna drive the hell out of it when I get home.
You should. That's a cool old school ride.
Is that a camel or a what?
More interesting graphics on this lifted F-250. This thing looks like it's been through a war. Well done.
Once again, Kev, I'd like to remind folks to check out Mecum Auction, mecum.com, find out their latest schedule of upcoming auctions near you. Over 60 auctions planned for this year. Mecum Auction, the premier auction event series. Little Toyota old school.
There's a Mecum auction coming up right here in Las Vegas in a couple of weeks, Joe.
There certainly is. I dig Vegas, Ken. I've had a great time. It's a great place for us to have our event. In fact, it's the only place where we can have the SEMA show, because no one has the number of hotel rooms to accommodate the crowd this size. No one has a venue this large to accommodate an event this size. Las Vegas is a perfect town for us, and they're great partners. And we really love coming out here annually, like I'm sure everybody else does.
I love Vegas when it's the SEMA show. I like Vegas all the time, but I like it more now. I really like this Cadillac. Now we're looking at a 63 Cadillac, and this one's pretty trick because he's shaved a lot of the side trim to smooth it out and really kind of bring out that long arrow style shape with the shorty tail fins. By 63 Cadillac was starting to get away from the tall tail fins. And these 63 and 4 cars are about the last time you see those before they went to kind of an integrated fin. It's a neat car to see.
Well, Ken, you be the one to let him know he left the sticker on his tires, though.
Hey, you know what they say.
Oh, come on over here, Carlos. Hey, got a hell of a guy and a hell of a cat. Say hello to my main man, Carlos. Carlos, go over there and say hi to Kevin Ostie. Carlos has been a part of the wheel industry forever, makes some things happen, works with Lexani. Let's see how the SEMA show was for Carlos, if you don't mind, Kev.
No problem. We'll bring Carlos over and say hi. Hi, Carlos.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great, man. So you've been in the wheel industry, I understand, for quite some time.
Yeah, I've been in the wheel industry at the same company, what we consider would be the best wheel company, not to be biased, but we're Lexani Wheels. We're an international company. We do one-piece cast wheels, we do three-piece forged wheels, and anything in between.
Lexani is always known for having one of the star attractions here at the SEMA show with your display. Amazing stuff. What'd you bring out to this year?
Well, as you can see, I'm in our brand new, limited edition Dodge Demon. We had it hooked up and worked with a couple of partners. We worked with West Coast Customs, as well as Topo, Wide Body King. We did a one-off body kit. We've got APR, rear wing, front splitter. We've got AccuAir universal air system for our, being able to drop it on the ground, basically. What else? RPM roll cage with 600 seatbelts. So, we did a little bit to it. You don't need to do much to a Demon.
No, and so the Demon is a ton of horsepower, around 800 and some from the 900 from the factory, right? Where are you at with this thing now?
Well, we haven't done anything mechanically because we had to get it here to SEMA. So, you know what that's like.
You just did everything else.
We did everything else you needed to do. I mean, I don't know if there's too many people that can pass bringing that to LA. So I think we're good.
Are you driving this back to LA?
drove it out here, driving it back.
Love to hear it, man. Hey, listen, great to meet you, Carlos. Very cool. Appreciate you taking part in the SEMA cruise. Great car. If you're on the highway back to Los Angeles, friends, step aside and let our man go, because he's going to win.
All right, that was our friend Carlos Brock from Lixani Wheels. Thanks for hooking that up for us, Kev. They keep on coming. We got a little, I don't know here, got a little Tesla action maybe wrapped up. Yeah, a little old school sport compact coming our way.
Got a Saturn Tesla, followed by a 3 Series BMW. Cage car, looks like he does some drifting, looking at that rear suspension. Got a very sinister blackout Camino coming through. 1970 car, wrapping the pipes for us. Got a giant white and purple Dodge Ram pickup truck with more of the LEDs. Some of these street crawler wheels, like I like to call them. Low profile tire on a big wheel and a lifted truck.
Kev, I'm up here in front. Tons of cars still in line. Got a little Gull Wing action up here. How you doing? What's your name?
Ashley,
Got a little nervous there, Ashley. What's the matter? Where are you from?
Wyoming.
Wyoming? You know, a lot of people ask me if I'm from Wyoming.
Why's that?
No one's ever asked me if I'm from Wyoming. So, you like what you see?
Absolutely.
Any favorites? What are some of your favorite cars?
Joe, real fast, I want to point out this split window Corvette that's coming through. This is another
all your
Kennedy design car. Beautiful, beautiful blue Corvette for those who dig those. Go ahead.
Look at Kev Dog. Kev Dog's coming through in his Mercedes. You know, Kev Dog got engaged here in Vegas, I understand. From Kid Diggin Designs. How about a nice round of applause for Kev Dog? Give it up. Pull over there, Kev. Say hi to Kevin.
It really takes something to customize a Gull Wing Benz. How's it going, man?
Oh, I can't complain. I'm so happy. This year has been amazing.
So, Joe just said that you got engaged here.
I did. I was lucky enough to ask my girlfriend of almost 5 years to marry me on the in the Westgate on the Motor Trend stage. So she said yes. So everything is good.
Everything is good, besides the fact that you're driving the Gull Wing that you guys just finished up at Kinden.
Right. I mean, what better way to leave SEMA in this beautiful 55 Gull Wing?
It takes a special personality to want to customize one of these cars.
I know we're starting to run out of ideas, so we had to try something new.
Well, as it's sitting here idling, it's making voltage, it's not heating up. What's under the hood?
It's an LSX 454. It's on a Roadster Shop chassis. This thing's ready to hit the track.
Awesome, awesome car. Congratulations on a great show. Say hi to the team for us. Thanks for taking part in the SEMA cruise.
Hey, thank you guys, and thanks for coming out. See you next year.
Right on.
These two obviously think they're at the Macy's parade, Kev.
Gull Wing Mercedes on a Roadster Shop chassis, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. I need some action. Otherwise I get bored.
How about a Leggins Hot Rods built Grade 8 contender that went for the Riddler Award at Autorama this year? This Pontiac is insane. Look at the dashboard, Joe, as he drives by.
Oh, amazing, Kev. I'm thinking every part of it. What's your name, sir?
Steve Liggins Hot Rod.
Steve, how does it feel to have one of the coolest cars at the SEMA show?
It's great.
Make the most of it, brother.
You can't see it from the stands, unfortunately, but the dashboard on this car is actually taking from the design of a 60s Chrysler, where everything is rounded, and they took it to their friends at Dakota Digital who made custom numbers for it. It's a globe that's all lit up. I could see it from here. The numbers spin around the speedo needle. It's insane. That's a sunroof going over the top with stainless bars. Pontiac details through and through. Great, great car. Thanks to Steve Leggins for bringing that thing out. Great job.
Hey, Kev.
Yo.
These guys are definitely getting stoned in their car.
You think so?
I think so.
Are you telling me to stay clear?
It's legal here. It is.
Right on, man.
Damn! That's an indica strain, I think.
I love that LED strobing effect on the woofers in the back. It makes like time stand still. You wanted some action, Joe. You just got it.
I did, man. Yeah, like an indirect vape hit. You know, I brought my vape pen, but
Party Rock is in the house tonight.
again representing lifted level, probably from the West Coast. It's a cornucopia of cool car stuff, Kev.
It sure is, and we've been seeing a lot from the Broncos, but we're also seeing some international scouts here. This one is the only one I've seen that's lifted on modern off-road style suspension, completely anodized, a lot of custom stuff. Very cool looking truck, man. Thanks for bringing it through the SEMA cruise. Little love for the Corn Binders, the International. Yes, we will rock you, my friends, with car after car and truck after truck from SEMA 2018. This looks like our first Mercedes G-Wagon of the night, Joe.
We had a few of them with us, I recall, from last year. They kind of work. You see a lot of them on the West Coast. I'm good with everything, you know, even Mercedes.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin, you're going to go to the big movie, Bohemian Rhapsody?
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. It's a heck of a story about the band Queen, right?
I heard it was terrible. You should stay home.
Thank you for saving me about $11.
That's just for the soda, brother.
Yeah, I know. Tells you how much I go to the movie theater.
Any Adam Lambert fans? Just kidding. More Jeep. Kev, have you ever owned a Jeep?
I have not actually owned a Jeep. I've ridden in many. Our restoration shop, we've worked on quite a few of them. Have you owned a Jeep?
I didn't have to because I worked with Onyx ADA and they always let me drive Jeeps. And I used to have access to Arlie Emery, the Gunny's Jeeps, who was a spokesperson for us.
Oh, cool.
And it was fun until I tried to get out of it. I kept hitting my head on that roll bar over and over and over.
This is how we learn.
So my Jeep face, sir, do you think this is a good time to be making a phone call? Who are you calling?
To get free runners.
Calling my mom.
Oh, wants to be quiet?
Coming home.
Are you really gonna come home?
Oh yeah, I'm coming.
And that's really your mom you're calling?
Absolutely.
Did you have a good SEMA show?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, keep it going, brother. Welcome to the SEMA show cruise.
Hey, buddy, we appreciate you calling your mom. Just gonna ask you to do it down at the other end.
Kev, you know, you too could reach this prime demographic right here, right now.
Oh, yeah. Here's seeing more lifted Jeeps, more LED lights.
I'm thinking we gotta, it may be real, Kev. You gotta tell me. Here it comes.
I'm gonna say probably not, but you know what, Joe? That doesn't even matter because the fun is real, without a doubt.
There's a couple representing Beltec, some clean pickup trucks. You remember Beltec from back in the day, right, Kev?
Sure do. It's another company that's still going strong today, man. One of the innovators of the Beltec drop spindle.
That was actually Super Bell Axle Company.
Right on.
Jim Ewing turned that into Beltec. I remember the first time I brought a spindle to the editors at Carcraft for a product release. They told me, they threw me out of the office, Kevin. They said, what the hell is that? It's like, well, you put it on Firebirds or Camaros and it lowers the stance.
Yeah.
They wanted no part of that.
Well, you know, some of those guys were about as cool as an oven.
But then the man behind Beltec created that Corvette rear roll pan that got so popular on the back of the pickup trucks, and
Eddie Van Halen had one.
he certainly did. I actually have the keychain from that truck because at the time I was a publisher of Sport Truck Magazine.
Yeah, you sure
You
were.
may remember Sport Truck Magazine? That was a great issue for us, and that was a great high-profile vehicle build that we did along with many others, but yeah, trucks are cool. Another little error making its way through.
That little 57 there was done by a guy you know. His name is Chip Foose.
Yes, is that my main man, Carson Liv? Hey, Carson, hook over there, say hi to Kevin.
Come on over here with the 57.
Yes.
By
Now you
the
talk
way-
about a man that's had a history not only with working with the iconic Chip Foose, but also worked at Mattel for many years.
Yeah, with
Carson
Hot Wheels.
Liv.
I did want to point out that orange 68 Firebird that went by. Not a Camaro. Good to see the Firebird. But now we got Carson Lev in the Foose 57 and Ed. I'm sorry, Josh. Carson, my arm isn't long enough to reach him. So tell me what's going on here.
Well, we're just trying to get this thing over to SEMA Ignited, stuck in the same lineup everybody else is.
Yeah, but it's a line of nothing but SEMA cars.
It's a lot of eye candy, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's why it became the SEMA Cruise. This thing is unbelievable, and I'm going to guess from when I talked to Chip last, about a week ago, this was still in a million pieces.
About 5 days ago, this was in a million pieces.
Well, Carson, I'm not going to hold you guys up. Thanks for stopping to chat with us. Please say hi to the crew. Nice to see you, Josh. Ladies and gentlemen, get a good look at this Aqua 57 Chevy. It's on a custom chassis. This one has had all the panels touched in some way. It's a full custom color, and Chip Foose's team was putting this together in real time just a few days before the SEMA show. They pulled it off. It looks dynamite. All right, friends, we have a couple people we're bringing back out. Mr. Tanner Faust and AJ Janik.
How about a nice round of applause for Tanner Faust and AJ
Yeah,
Janik,
round of
everybody?
applause. AJ, what's up?
Oh, nothing much. We're just kind of waiting for the SEMA cruise to pass by. We know it's almost done, maybe it's still going, but we're actually headed to SEMA Ignited because at 7:30 we're going to be announcing the Battle of the Builders winner. So we hope to see you guys there. And anyone have their favorites, or who do you think's going to win? Anyone?
They're all winners, AJ,
They're all
right?
winners, yes.
AJ, tell us, what are you up to?
What? Who am I? Who's talking?
It's me, Joe.
Okay. Oh my. Oh, there you are.
How
What
are
am
you? I know you've been
I-
busy. What do you have on the schedule after the SEMA show?
I'm gonna rest.
And you have your young son is no longer a young son. He's almost as big as your husband, I understand.
He is. He's a big boy. He's 8 years old. So I'm gonna spend some quality time with him when I get home.
Well, we look forward to getting him out here and having him
He
a part
will
of
be
the
here
SEMA
soon.
show.
He loves cars.
Great.
Thank you, AJ. Tanner, so you getting excited about finding out who's going to win tonight?
Yeah, they won't tell us. You know, we're in the trailer. You know, it would be nice to know, just to, we could get some questions loaded. They just won't tell us. So it's kind of building up the anticipation for us also. I think it's going to be close. And, you know, the format is very different. I've only done it the last 2 years, but the format this year is very different than last year. So you've got a totally different mix of cars. It's not all about you know, just old Deuce Coupes, to be honest, that are gorgeous and amazing, but there's a lot more variety this year, so we'll see what happens over there.
Well, I think it's really awesome that you guys announced the winner of the Young Guns part of that competition here earlier tonight. Tell me, you are a guy who connects with a lot of the younger crowd with what you do. Tell me about the importance of that.
Well, I think it's critical, you know, they're the next generation of drivers, and we live in a time when some 16-year-olds would rather get a new phone than a driver's license. So it's important to keep feeding the passion that the young drivers have. The Young Guns, for those of you that don't know, is for builders, fabricators, owners under 27 years old. And these guys, they're putting blood, sweat, and tears into these cars, not just you know, representing their companies or putting big dollars in. It's really a lot of passion that drives the builds that we see from Young Guns category. So I love it, and I think it's a critical category to represent. And we've got a finalist from the Young Guns fighting for the win here in about 45 minutes.
So Tanner, most of us got into cars at a young age. What was your earliest recognition, you know, or earliest memory of having an experience with a car that really hooked you? You know, do you remember back that far?
Do I remember back that far? I'm not that old. Come on. Oh, that hurts a little bit.
That was actually meant for Joe.
I do. I remember it like it was just a couple weeks ago. I was 5 years old. I was with my dad. We were going from Colorado Boulevard to Hamden in Denver, which is a sweeping right second gear corner, and he had a 912E, which is about the slowest Porsche ever made, which I now own. But it's this yellow Porsche going around a corner, and the tires were squealing, and I was thinking, what the hell's going on? It's the first time I'd ever heard that. And he said, well, the tires must be low. Let's not talk to your mom about that. And it was, I paid attention to every single gear shift, every car noise, every headlight shake since that in my life. And I think, like a lot of people here, that was a moment for me that just I became a car enthusiast and that never changed. Like you see throughout SEMA, people are lifelong car enthusiasts. I love it.
That's an awesome memory, Tanner, and I appreciate you sharing that. It's our mission to have those experiences again with more young kids. Tanner, AJ, I know you guys got to rock. Thanks for taking a minute to share with us, and good luck over at Ignited. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll see the winners crowned shortly at SEMA Ignited.
Hey everybody, how about a nice round of applause for Tanner and AJ? Yeah. Hey Ken, you should have asked to put expensive car on when he got all rich and famous. That's what I like.
There you go. Joe, be careful. You're going to get shot with a t-shirt cannon if you're not careful.
Is that a t-shirt in your gun, or you're just happy to see me? Oh!
Yeah. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, more opportunities for some swag. We've got these guys in this black truck shooting off the t-shirt cannon left and right. Everybody be alert, because this thing's for real. Look at that. That thing flew about 150 yards. Stay alert when you catch that shirt. Our friend here is driving a VW, and he's got a bicycle on top in case he runs out of gas, Joe.
This is a pretty smart fella, Kev.
Yeah, nice. Got a very cool little 32 Ford with a laid-back glass and a little teardrop hardtop on top. Traditional scallop paint scheme. Followed by one of the younger builders, Mr. Brandon Wargo, busting out his 2ATZX. That is a Datsun that is actually half Cadillac. Look that one up on the internet.
Hey Kev, this next scooter coming in comes from the Pride Mobility Group. It's got the 1 horsepower electric engine and the adjustable seat. I'm sorry.
This is an awesome ride, awesome truck. Big old Ford on air, wide open bed, carrying audio, carrying the bike, carrying the matching scooter. Right on, buddy. Thanks for joining the SEMA cruise. Scooter with a nitrous bottle on the back. And the scooter's got the train horn.
Ken, we are 2 hours and 20 minutes into this SEMA cruise.
Really?
Yeah.
The cruise might not be going by fast, but the cruise is going by fast, if you know what I mean.
So this is one of these slingshot vehicles that I saw. You can actually demo them on site, take a ride, look pretty cool, having some fun. Just another example of how some of the new ways you can go down the road.
Yeah, that thing's like a roller coaster ride that you can drive on the street. You know, you look at this thing and you expect to pull the bar down over yourself and click yourself in. That thing looks like an awesome time. Very cool ride.
How fast do those go, Ken? I wonder.
What's that?
I wonder how fast those things go. Probably pretty quick, huh? Like motorcycles.
Yeah.
Look, the white wall is part of the ring. Oh, I bit on that. I fell for it. She got me, Ken. Warrior Dog Foundation, probably one of the other worthwhile programs that were promoted here at the SEMA show.